Sometimes being a professed Christian is kind of hard, because everyone likes to come right up to your face and tell you exactly why you're wrong, but also it's hard, especially in these times, to know what the Bible says about certain social issues. Well, you no longer need to wonder, so what does the Bible say about drinking? Well, it's not America if you don't walk into any store that sells drinkable liquid and find alcohol. More specifically, beer. I think we can all agree that excess alcohol is a bad thing. I don't think there should be any debate there. But what is excess? And for that matter, what is an okay amount to drink? Well, the CDC lists two different types of excess drinking. You have binge drinking, which is the most common form of excess drinking, and it's defined as consuming for women 4 or more drinks during a single occasion, or for men 5 or more drinks during a single occasion. Heavy drinking is defined as consuming for women 8 or more drinks per week, and for men 15 or more drinks per week. Alright, so we have a rough baseline for excess, but what is the right or okay amount to drink? Well, the way to answer that, we kind of need to know how it works. See, the way that alcohol works is that the ethanol in your drink, which ranges from 4 to 14% until you get to like vodka and liquor, which is way more, and it goes from anywhere from 40% to 95% straight ethanol. So the ethanol in your drink is absorbed into your stomach and your small intestine. From there, it dissolves into water in your blood, except for your fat tissue, apparently. I didn't know why that was necessary, but hey, there you go. And since your brain needs a lot of water and blood flow, it gets the most ethanol, which distorts your brain. So why was that necessary? It actually wasn't. I just wanted to seem like I knew something for once. So what does the Bible say about this? Did I forget to grab the... Dang it. Alright. I'll be right back. I'm back. I got it. Alright. Well, let's look at Judges 13:4 to be the judge of that. Now, please be careful not to drink wine or beer or to eat anything unclean. Now, in Judges 13, right before that, the angel of the Lord, which is a topic for another day, he's telling Manoah's wife that she will give birth and is instructing her not to drink, well, assumed because of that. So make of that what you will, but let's move on. Also take, for instance, Proverbs 20, verse 1, where it says, "Wine is a mocker, beer is a brawler, whatever goes astray because of them is not wise." But also in Ecclesiastes 9:7, it says, "Go eat your bread with pleasure and drink your wine with a cheerful heart, for God has already accepted your works." Now this seems weird out of context, and I may be spitballing here, but I think this is meant to be sarcastic in a way. When I read the NLT version, it sure does sound like it to me, so I don't know. Read Ephesians 9 as a full chapter and see if it sounds sarcastic to you. I'd love to know. However, there is a way that this could make sense. Maybe not in Ecclesiastes, but in the New Testament, the Greek word for wine, when translated, can either refer to fermented or unfermented wine. So obviously beer wasn't around in the Old or New Testament because beer wasn't made until, I don't know, let me look that up. 9000 BC. Huh. Alright, moving on. Either way, it means the same thing. Beer, wine, liquor, what have you, it's all about intoxication. Now, this isn't to say that wine, when drunken in the Bible, is necessarily a bad thing. See, wine is, in small doses, good for your heart. In 1 Timothy 5:23, Paul says, "Don't continue drinking only water, but use a little wine because of your stomach and your frequent illnesses." But again, this is taken out of context, since dysentery was a more common thing to happen back then because of contaminated water. Paul is probably advocating for fermented wine for medical purposes. Of course, since this translation could both mean fermented and unfermented, it could be many different things. I don't know. Again, tell me what you think. I'm super curious. But with all that being said, alcohol is not inherently a sin to consume. It's drunkenness and addiction that is considered a sin. And this idea is taken from Ephesians 5:18, where it says, "And don't get drunk with wine, which leads to reckless living, but be filled by the Spirit." And no, it's not saying get filled by the spirits like alcohol. I know that. That's a thing I heard in a movie once, I think. So, that's true. Also, consider Romans 8:6, where it says, "Now the mindset of the flesh is death, but the mindset of the Spirit is life and peace." So this verse goes well with this topic, but also really any sinful topic. Letting yourself control yourself will lead to strife, and according to the Bible, even death. And yes, while we all die, we don't need to die prematurely just because we wouldn't listen to a little thing called moderation. Seriously, this idea goes a long way with like many things. Whether it's drinking, goofing off, relaxing, eating, or even working. All these things are considered sinful as an activity, but they lead to sinning. Whether it's drunkenness, laziness, gluttony, disobedience, neglectfulness, etc. These things all stem from activities that, with moderation, don't necessarily hurt you or others. So if you're having trouble with this, one verse that can help you is 2 Timothy 1:7. But I'll give it over to Past Kyle. This is new. Even though he said the actual verse wrong in the Bible, give it to him. He had to memorize it. He didn't have a little screen to read off from. So go ahead, Past Kyle.
For God has not given us the spirit of fear or timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline.
Thank you, Past Me. So what is another tangent I can go on?
I've probably gotten on one already before. I don't know. I haven't really written the video yet that I'm doing now, later, whenever. I really actually don't know quite what the topic is, but I can tell you right now, you know, college, I always thought it was just full of a bunch of liberals, you know, that's all it is, just liberals, atheists, all that stuff. No, it's actually pretty nice here. I guess because I'm still, you know, in the Bible Belt, so that helps. But yeah, there's like 6 student ministries like on campus here. It's ridiculous. It's great. It's awesome. I love it. I can't wait to see what they think about the Bible so I can tell them if they're wrong or right. So that'll be fun. Anyways, what's the tangent I'm trying to make here is that there is no excuse for you to give up on your beliefs. There is none. I moved like 3 hours away from my house, and look at me. The first thing I do, the first opportunity I get, I go straight to where God is being worked with. Well, not really worked with. I should say worked for. It's a little bit harder to edit my mistakes out this way, but what's the point that I'm trying to make? I forget. Oh yeah, that's right. There's absolutely no reason for you to not be with God. There is nothing that should stand in the way of that, not even college life. And I think that's great. It's definitely good for me. I like it. You should too. Take it back to you, future Kyle.
That dude's taking all my lines. Jerk. Alright, so I have a really cool idea. I have 2 episodes left before I'm gonna hang up the cape of superhero Bible-ness. So I want you to tell me a question you have about whether it's the Bible, whether it's about me, whether it's about what I'm doing, why I'm doing this. I don't care. I want you to ask me a question, and on the last video, I will try to answer all those questions. And please, actually ask me these questions, because if I don't have enough questions, I'm going to have to start asking questions that are going to be totally random and off topic, and then you're going to be sitting there thinking, what is this guy doing? Because trust me, I'm going to ask a really weird question like, Kyle, how many movies do you have? The answer right there is 297, by the way, and I am so happy about it. Also, 7 full TV shows, so please go ahead and do that, whether it's here on YouTube or on Facebook or every other place I post it, because I post it everywhere on all the social medias. So, yeah. So if you found this episode intriguing and you want to go ahead and see more, go ahead and hit subscribe so you'll be immediately notified when the next video comes out. Or you can just go ahead and go over to my channel, check out all the other ones that are already up. I'm really proud of the Ghost existing one, and I've got a lot of fun comments about the one about homosexuality is a sin. So check those out, and please let me know if you disagree, or please let me know if you agree too. I would love to know either way. Also, a couple months ago, I started a thing called the Action of the Week, where we as Christians go out and do some act of random kindness, which is a reference to Evan Almighty. I'll be doing it sort of like you've seen in the past videos, but I'm not doing it so much now because I got to talk about some real stuff now. So, anyways, it's still a good idea to do, and I would really hope that you guys do it as well. God bless, and may the Force be with you. Hancock. 2 different types of SS... What? I don't know what this was. God has already accepted your works. That was weird. Here we go. Oh, here we go. We're at it again. Okay, 23. We're moving out. We're moving in. Ow! God bless, and may the Force be with you. Oh, shoot, I forgot the movie.